Welcome back, everybody. We've got episode 2 of 2 tonight. Myself and the main man, Mr. JFT, in the building. Carlos Adames, Jay, and Hamzah Sheeraz. They're going to run it for Adames WBC Middleweight Championship of the World. Obviously, the big narrative going in is, can Hamzah Sheeraz become world champion at the age of 25? It seems like he's destined to become champion of the world. But I, for one, personally think that Adames is getting a bit of disrespect coming into this. This seems like Shiraz's crowning night. All the narrative is, he's just going to come in and wipe him out. And if he does, he does. But I think the champion's being disrespected a little bit here. But we'll go into it and we'll give our thoughts on it. Hamzah's 21-0, obviously really, really tall at the weight, moved up from 154. Don't know how he ever made 154. Adames only lost once himself. He's 24-1, 18 knockouts, so he can bang as well. Yeah. Got good wins over Derevinchenko, Jay Williams. That opposition.
Well, that's what I was just going to lead into that off the back of you saying that he feel he's been overlooked. We spoke off camera. We agree that he has been overlooked, and the Derevinchenko, the Montiel, the Williams fights, he was overlooked in all three of those fights. I remember watching those. He lost to Teixeira by unanimous decision. Uh-huh. And that was the bubble burst.
Down at super welter as well.
It was. And then he had his comeback against, I think it was Medina, knocked him out or TKO'd him.
Uh-huh.
And not sure whether it was luck or, And then he's had the Derevinchenko fight, the Williams fight. And he was expected to lose those fights. The Williams fight, he was definitely expected to lose. I remember watching it, and he handled it pretty well. So I'm in the same boat as you. I think that we are, not we, but collectively, the industry is assuming that this is the crowning glory of Hamzah Sheeraz, and all he's got to do as Turkey's favourite is just turn up. It's a favourable matchup. He's the golden boy. All he's got to do is turn up. I'm telling you now, if he has got that in his head, which I don't believe he has, but if for any reason he has, he will be the one fight of the night where the favourite gets beat.
Yeah.
Because if he does not turn up, you're telling me Adames and his team don't feel pissed off about this and they're not seeing some of it. Of course they are. Adames personally might not be, but somebody within his team will be seeing this and they will get that information back to him. And if he's not motivated enough as it is, the fact that he's been disrespected and overlooked as the reigning WBC champion will give him the extra motivation.
Change his life with a win as well. The money that will come off the back.
Could you imagine if he flatlines Hamzah Sheeraz, he gets a massive rematch because they'll want to go again.
Oh, yeah.
They'll go until Hamzah wins and then they'll go, right, we're not rematching. I'm just being flippant there. I'm joking. But what I'm saying is if he hasn't made life-changing money up to this point because he's not a massive star, Saturday night could change his life forever. Because Hamzah Sheeraz has just got to turn up. Just got to turn up and box to orders. I'm telling you now, if he's not on point, he will lose on Saturday night. I don't believe that will happen. I believe he's too much. Him and his team are too professional for that.
It, doesn't he? Hamzah,
too professional for that. But he's got to mind his P's and Q's on Saturday night because Adames ain't coming here to roll over. Similar to what we've just seen on Saturday night. Jack Catterall, to some people, that was his crowning glory. He was just we'd said today he will receive an email and be crowned the full champion via email, and none of us would begrudge him that. We're sat here, 48 hours removed, Jack Catterall got beat. And it wasn't a robbery, he got beat. Close fight, but he got beat. He was expected to win that fight. By 90% of boxing circles said that he would win that fight. I didn't, but I got the result wrong. But I think similar could happen on Saturday. If Hamzah Sheeraz is not on it, I believe he will be, then we could be having a different conversation come Sunday morning when we review the fights.
Yeah, I think so as well. Pat's back in the house. Hope you're well.
Yes, DJ Pat. Thanks for joining us, man.
Adames has not got any KO power, but still a high-level fighter. Hamzah Sheeraz KO machine with power. I can see it's been a 5-8 round stoppage for Sheeraz. It might be a dogfight. Yeah, look, without question, Hamzah has got a great chance of stopping him. He's been dropped, I think, a couple of times, Adames, so he might not have he's never been stopped, it has to be said, but he has been down. I am interested to see how Hamzah deals with it because it is by far the toughest test of his career. Make no mistake about it. Luca's here. Hope you're well, Luca.
Yes, Luca.
Hamzah would be favourite, to be honest. I don't know exactly who. I mean, obviously, assuming Hamzah's favourite from you saying that, but like, how close is it, Luca? Because I would expect it to be close enough for the sake, if it's wide to Hamzah, then I think they've got it wrong. Look, Hamzah should be favourite in my opinion. I'll
tell you now.
But I don't think it's kind of a one-horse race kind of thing. Look,
no.
If Hamzah's who we're told he is, and basically what we've seen he is so far, because look, you look at the way he's moved through. He bombed out Liam Williams in a round. 3-1 on.
3-1 on. Adames is 9-4.
I think it's a little bit wide.
I think that's disrespectful. I think Hamzah should be maybe evens and Adames slight underdog, but he's the reigning champion and he's been beat once. So, they say the bookies are rarely wrong, but they are. They are.
I would make Hamzah a favourite, but not as much as 3's on. But anyway, he knocked out Liam Williams in a round, didn't he? And then he who was after that? I can't even remember now. But then he moved on to Ammo Williams, didn't he? He knocked him out in the 5v5, and then Tyler Denny at Wembley. With the greatest respect to all of those fighters, and they're all good fighters in their own right, they ain't Carlos Adames. He is better than them, and he's
way better.
30 years old. He's in his prime. He's fighting for an absolutely massive opportunity. Look, Hamzah's going to have a tough night on Saturday night. I'm telling you. I picked I picked Cattrall to win at the weekend, but I told anyone who'd listen that Arnold Barboza is going to give him a tough night's work. That's not me trying to claim that I picked the right winner, because I didn't. But I told anyone that would listen that Barboza would give him a hard night's work. I'm saying the same thing here. Look, in fact, there's a few comments coming in. Pablo Bronco might have looked average against Sheeraz says great momentum, but feels something. I exactly.
We've just said that.
Yeah, well said, Pablo. That's exactly where we're both at with that. Lloyd's going for a Hamzah UD. Thanks for joining us again, Pablo and Lloyd. Luke says better wise.
Here he is.
It's close. You clean up over time. There he is, the main man. You
better give me your picks on Friday night, Luca. Fucking cleaned up on Saturday, man. Kept them all to himself, you selfish bugger.
So with that being said, Jay, Hamzah in a round then.
First round stoppage, first punch. No, I think Hamzah will win, but I think he's going to have to walk through the fire. I think he might get knocked down. If you remember against Ammo Williams, he got wobbled.
Round 2, Ammo just nailed him with a few left hooks, didn't he?
And I think Adames, it's hard enough to really give Sheeraz some trouble. I think he will win, but I think we may see a knockdown, or maybe more than a knockdown. But I think Hamzah's going to come through some real adversity in this fight, and this is where this fight will possibly be the making of him. This is where we'll really see what he's made of. We'll really see that he's a fighting man, because he hadn't really been in a proper scrap. I know Williams gave him rounds, but once he cleared his head, he made it fairly easy for himself again.
Yeah, I think we might find out a bit about his chin.
Yeah.
He stands quite tall, doesn't he, sometimes? He has got a great jab, though. He's a left-handed orthodox, isn't he? So his left hand's his strongest hand, and his jab is like an absolute piston, isn't it?
Yeah.
His jab is unbelievable.
He has everything that you want in a boxer. If you made a boxer, he is tall for the weight. He's long for the weight. He hits really hard. He's super fast. He has a decent fight IQ, I think, just from what we've seen. We'll know more when he's in proper fights at world level about making decisions on the fly. His feet are pretty fast. He does trip over his front foot every now and again. I have noticed that. He goes a bit too soon sometimes and sort of stutter steps, but gets away with it. As he goes through the levels, he'll need to clean that up a little bit, and I'm pretty sure they're working on that. But he has all the attributes of, I don't want to say the perfect fighter, because I'm ass kissing a bit there, but he is, it's hard to find anything wrong with what he's got at the moment. And as you said, we'll see Saturday night if his chin can stand up, and whether he can do a 12-round dogfight with a world level, a proper world champion. No easy fights here, man. No easy fights.
I think if he gets through on Saturday night, him against Janabek is just a mouth-watering prospect. That's a real fight. Look, I'll give my prediction. I honestly think Adames is going to cause Hamzah problems on Saturday night. I do. I think Hamzah is going to razor razor thin decision. I think he's going to be really close. I think there's potential for both men getting dropped on Saturday night. Adama is maybe not recognised as a huge puncher, but he's 75% knockout ratio. He can bang. He's definitely not a weak puncher. I think Hamzah can be vulnerable. Now, he hasn't looked vulnerable massively in recent times, but look, I just have a feeling, like Pablo mentioned earlier, I've just got a weird feeling we're going to get some controversy in this fight or something like that.
Yeah.
I think Hamzah digs it out from getting up off the deck or something like that to win a really, really close decision. I think it's going 12, this one. I honestly do.
Okay.
And I think Hamzah could see some trouble, but I do believe that it's going to be a lot closer than certainly the people on the outside are giving it credit.
Don't tell everybody, Luca. God damn it, man! I thought you'd give me some
Smith,
Zanko,
Park.
Put it out there, man.
They're all gone now.
He's
quick, get it up.
He's drawing us in. He's drawing us in, man. He ain't gonna. Thank you, Luca. I'll inbox you later on for those things again. So you're going for Hamzah to come through.
Hamzah on points, but coming through some adversity, I think.
Okay, and I see where you're coming from with that. I've chopped and changed with this. I'm going Hamzah 7th round. I think he's going to come through some adversity early, but I think he's going to do like he did with Williams and just overroar him. And I think he'll get through, and I think he'll catch him, jump on him, and I think it'll either be a referee stoppage or a TKO. But I'm going for Hamzah Sheeraz in the 7th round. Interesting.
Okay, so we both think that it's Anu. For Hamzah Sheeraz, but Jay thinks he's going to get a stoppage. I think he's going to sneak through and get a big gut check from Adames and win on points. Massive thanks, as always, to everyone in the chat, Luca, Lloyd, Pablo, DJ, Pat, and the main man, Jay's Fight Talk. Follow him at Jay's Fight Talk and Jay's Fight Talk YouTube channel as well, where he's got plenty going on there, plenty of shorts coming this week. Pat agrees with Jay. Same as Jay. I think you said 5 to 8, didn't you, Pat? So yeah, on the same wavelength again, Pat and Jay.
Yes, Pat. Just becoming man.
It's an everyday occurrence these days. Who would have thought it?
Who would have thought it?
Plenty to come for the rest of the week. I'll just give a quick rundown. We've got No Punches Pulled tomorrow, where we'll preview the full card dedicated specifically to Riyadh season on Saturday. There's not really much else going on in the world of boxing aside from that. Wednesday, we've got the US style of the prediction. So we've got Shakur versus Floyd Schofield and Virgil Ortiz versus Madrimov, with a special guest joining myself, Jay and Liam, for that one. Thursday, we're going to do Ajit Kabiel against Zhang, and there's a fight in Japan on Monday, Junto Nakatani. So we'll do that. And then Friday, we're going to do final preview. Everyone will be weighed in. Hopefully we've got all 14 fighters, and there's no dropouts. There's no miss weights. There's no controversy around anything. Touch wood. Then, of course, we've got all 7 fights covered on Saturday night for the watch-alongs, and we're bringing back the review show on Sunday. Of course, we've gone after review what's gone on Saturday night. So, yeah, massive week coming up. We'll see everybody 7:30 p.m. tomorrow night for No Punches Pulled. Hope everyone has a great evening. Just quickly, before we go, Lloyd said, the judge is not the A-side judge this time. Yeah, I'm with you, Lloyd, on that one. Pat said, by the way, next week, Belfast, one more fight. Yes, I did see that, actually.
Saw that this afternoon, yeah.
Yeah. Massive week next week as well in Crocker, Donovan and Tank.
We're just going to do a continuous live. It starts at about 3 p.m. on Saturday afternoon, and we're just going to run right through to next week. We're going to stay online.
We'll keep everyone going.
We'll keep plowing.
Absolutely. Have a great night, everybody. Cheers, Jay, and thanks everybody. Have a good evening. Cheers.